somebody coming in?
It's pretty good. It's what they call apple pie and apple.
I've heard of that. It tastes like apple.
Yeah, they make it. It's in the liquor store down there.
Oh, it's in the liquor store. Okay.
Yeah. Well, you can get it.
Not my grandpa.
Judy did have a bunch of it in there.
Bootleg?
Yeah.
Okay.
Years ago.
And Chris, he always gets
Didn't know it.
So he knows somebody.
Yeah,
He's who you know.
oh yeah, they ain't gonna ever quit through this bud.
That's what I figured.
Mountain Valley, on up Lincoln County.
Yep.
They still make some liquors.
Oh,
She was telling me
that
that Grandpa run into the back wall of the garage with the
with the car.
with the car running from.
You gotta tell him. I said, not my
He was telling
grandpa.
us running from a regular log.
Oh yeah, he's running from the law in Castle County. He had I don't remember where it was, a 40 to 41 Mercury. He come in and where you seen today, where we used to live,
Yeah.
we had an old car shed. You just assumed you cut in, you know, you have to cut back that first house. We had the siren coming and all of a sudden that damn road come around, Mercury come around there in South Avenue and slid in the driveway and throwing rocks all the way to the house. And went right in the damn car shed and he couldn't get it stopped and hit the back of it.
Oh my
And
God.
jumped out and then about a minute, here come a log.
Did they catch him?
No, they didn't catch him. He run around the shed, took off out through the field.
And where were y'all?
We was at the house.
Y'all was watching it.
This is not the side of Granddaddy.
You saw
we
it.
ever knew.
Yeah.
And Grandma
We seen
saw
him come in. No, I don't think Grandma was there.
No, we never
Did
saw
she
him.
know about it? Did she ever?
Yeah, she,
Wow.
she knowed about it in a day or two.
So he was wide open.
Oh yeah, he having on home.
I told
That's the
Daddy,
side we
I
never
said, not
saw.
my grandpa. I said, it wasn't my grandpa.
We didn't know it either till he
Well, I had no idea.
Oh, we was the oldest Johnson was rough.
But you can't just picture him doing something like that.
No.
You know, I mean, just look.
I would put on that tie and the suit. That's what he had on when he come in there.
I'll be darned. He was always in a tie and a suit.
Yeah, you know, it was up till he retired.
Yep.
Before I ever seen him out there motor yard. Now, hell, I was almost up my 50s.
He
in
mowed.
no work clothes.
He did.
He mowed in a suit and tie, did? Or
Maybe not a suit and tie.
No, but
first in nice clothes.
yeah.
Yeah.
But then he got to getting them old SO coveralls and things.
Yeah.
That's the first time I ever seen him that wasn't dressed up.
That's the first time I ever seen him take a drink. He went to the refrigerator and got a beer after he got done mowing when I stayed on the weekend.
Why did they Grandma let beer be in the house?
Yeah, I was really surprised. And I was looking and she
Yeah, they
got
had
tickled.
The clothes are full of liquor back
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Well, but I didn't know it was any beer allowed in the refrigerator, though.
Yeah.
No, Christmas,
Yeah.
they'd always spike the nutmeg.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
I knew
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Make eggnog.
Eggnog.
Yeah.
Yeah, he always had some
And coffee
brandy.
lashes.
Yeah.
We used to
Because
drink the
I was
devil
looking
out
at
of
it
them.
Yeah.
about 10 or 11.
Right.
No, I knew that.
And she
That he'd
said,
like to get a nip
you
of
ain't
that.
never seen your grandpa drink a beer. She said, it's okay, he has one after he mows.
Oh, that's too good. Golly.
Nothing wrong with it, but you just couldn't picture.
No.
Oh.
Right.
All right, so that's just too good. My goodness.
And I reckon he was young like us one day, and he
Yeah.
went dusted.
Oh, there's a sight
Well,
back
I
in
bet.
them old cars. They tore up a bunch of them.
Wow.
Old Mr. Hawsley down there, he was about 4 of them in the old T-model. They call it chocolate or something. And they turned that thing over, and old Mr. Hawsley was laying on it, and the hot oil dropping out on it. And he was hollering, "Get me out, Henry, get me out, so I'm bleeding to death." And the wall was on him, wouldn't even hurt. They picked up that old thing.
Come on here, sit down.
No,
I gotta get something.
he takes his stuff about Grandpa. He didn't never know.
Tell you, they was chasing him
Went
all
around
over
and
the
tried to
place.
find him, but
They
they'd
couldn't
get
catch
there right quick.
him. And they had new model car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They couldn't catch him in that little old coupe.
But see, y'all would take them down at Lemons and get them fixed up, wouldn't you? Or some people
Yeah,
would.
all-
wouldn't
Thomas cut,
they
you
was
cut
always
down the heads and
running.
anything you could do cheap.
The Lemons boys always worked on the state troopers' cars. And they had the moonshiners' cars.
they? Yeah, moonshiners, yeah.
Yeah, they had
Yeah.
all the boys of them, Henry.
Little Henry Williams, he was one of the
Yeah.
bigger ones.
They fixed all of their cars, and the troopers' cars right beside them in the shop. And we spent our time over there with them at times, friends of them.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Up until they died, they still would look after us when we come home with them.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. But in those days,
Well, it's
things were quite different.
different than now. Now you can't outrun a radio. And once they get your tail now,
no.
you might well just...
But you sure could then.
Yeah, now that's what they say.
They
You
could
could-
never touch us in
Oh,
those
you go
days.
through town down there, you can go from block to block.
What they try.
You'd kill somebody now, wouldn't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, we just wouldn't even slow down for the crossroads. If you'd have met somebody, you'd have knocked them another block.
I don't know.
What were you doing? Running moonshine?
Just
No, just driving.
Just
You ran moonshine, didn't you, Papa?
I have, but very little.
He's probably always had something in the car with him. But just drive fast, just like young, like young'uns.
That was back in the days when they were starting racing NASCAR and all. Before that, when there's all dirt tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had a little racetrack down there.
Yep.
Bi-state
He was
motorway?
telling me about the Draper Speedway.
Okay.
He was telling me about the Draper Speedway.
Yeah, yeah.
Is that where we used to run go-karts?
They had
No,
race cars.
No, this was
Go-karts up there a couple
all dirt track down there, and then they had one up in Spray.
But I was a whole lot better down there.
Yeah.
Old John East and Luther Lemon built it. And Daddy got us old 40 coupe. 5 past the coupe.
Oldsmobile, yeah.
I went down there and blowed it up the first damn time I got on the track.
Well, you know we was talking about Clarence's Steakhouse, Clarence Picklewood. We seen some old clippings and stuff. He's run down there at Draper's. He was in the race. You remember that?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
I remember when old
Curtis Turner.
Wood, old J. Bird Philpott, and all them old boys and all the Barker boys run down there. All old Jake's boys, about 3 or 4 of them that raced.
That's when
And Carberris and
Curtis Turner was just starting then.
yeah, well, Curtis had been running Roanoke and around.
Yeah.
He'd
But
run
he'd
some.
run down, he'd come down for the special races here.
Yeah, no
And Weatherford, the
Carberris.
colored man from Danville.
Wendell
Yeah.
Scott.
Wendell
He would run down there.
Yeah, Scott.
Wow.
Weatherford group.
Joe, Joe.
Buck Brown
Wow.
and your boy, old Ray Hendricks.
Ray Hendricks,
Yeah,
he
he'd come down there once in a while. That
was a young'un then, though.
number 8, I believe,
And then this John,
wasn't it?
they built in one
And
mark.
number 11, he had that
Number
flame,
11, yeah.
had that flame.
The Flying Living, yeah.
Flying Living, yeah.
And they built that Martinsville one there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I forget when they built that because I don't.
48,
40s.
49 is when they
Well, I don't
counted
remember
back
being there
from
when I
that.
built in Maribone Heights. But it
Well,
was,
you built that in 48.
Well, it was right there.
no, it was 55 when I built it.
So it was there then. Had to be.
Yeah, it had to be.
58.
50,
Yeah,
55.
58, wasn't it? 57.
I
Yeah,
built
I
it.
remember when you built it.
Yeah.
55's when I built it.
Was it?
Yeah,
55.
yeah, we got
Yeah,
there.
no, they built it in 48 or 9. The racetrack, they built it in 48. I've seen a race there, the last of it. But 49's when it got so popular.
Yeah. My daddy said he went to the first of November and said when he come out of that, well, everybody.
And
they
red
was just
covered
red
red
from
line.
head to toe.
Yeah.
Oh, it was a clay track.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't tell who you was there.
Yeah.
It was dust up for 100 yards now.
Wow.
They didn't wet it down?
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, but after a while it gets
clay
dusty
dust up.
after a while. It kind
But you take all them old Fords running around there, that's about all they had then. Had a few different kinds. But it didn't take it long to dry out and have a
Right.
dust feel.
Was it a quarter-mile track?
No,
Half mile.
Half mile.
Mhm.
That's not far.
We had a
running
quarter
fast.
mile down Draper.
All the way around
Quarter
that
mile.
thing.
Right,
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember the length and spray of that one, do you?
Oh, it was
It
quarter
wasn't,
or less.
it
3/8
wasn't
or a
much.
quarter.
No.
It's just all left turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
15 feet straight away and then
I
left
put
turn.
my new Buick on there one time and run it for a few laps around that thing, and it wouldn't handle it.
Which track was that? Up here?
The one in Spray.
In Spray?
I got it down one day, old Donnie Hatchie had that 35. and me and old Fat Meade, and we was following him, and about 3 laps, and I could outrun him.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd run right up behind him, and he turned that thing over. And we turned that thing sideways and stopped there in the infield and jumped out. I'd running back down that sea, and he had one of them old New York hats, round top with a little old brim on it.
Uh-huh.
He stuck it through the top, waving it at us, and he was all right. He was a crazy rascal.
I done it with something else. You know, I sold him that 44 Trooper mine with the old engine in it when I went Marine Corps. And I come home a couple of weekends, and that was after I switched over. And you carried the black 51 Ford down, and I was running my 6-cylinder, that new one that I got then. And
Brown one.
yeah, and I came home one weekend, and they were down at the service station. They were talking about that 44, it's the fastest thing around here. I said, Donnie, this little 6-cylinder Ford, I've run that thing. No, and everybody was betting. I said, all right, let's run up the road. And we come out of town, and that little old 44 led me for a little ways. And before I got to the railroad track, coming up from Draper, I passed him. And you ought to heard him from then on. I said, I told you that little thing would wind and just keep on.
Yeah.
And I was running 110 or so there, and I passed him. He says, there's something wrong. Mine wasn't running right. Something wrong. I said, I knew what it would do because I owned it for a while. I knew it would get so fast like that 51. And then it would just flatten out and it wouldn't go. And those little 6s would just keep on. You couldn't, I don't know how fast it would go if you could.
Oh, mother, little 56 there, and I run out 51 with a big overdrive and everything.
Yeah.
Shoot, I'd pass them before they get to Draper on that thing. We all had to go down the railroad and get to 80 before we'd hit the railroad. Okay. You could take that thing, old Lyman Lee was going down there, and I had mother's little old 50. Didn't have an extra on it, but a heater and a radio. Right. Old white that just had the wheel caps and old black wheel and the tires. Yeah. And but it run to 100 right now. And old Lyman Lee and them had a new Chevrolet. He said he thought it was old Lon Plumbing with that Cadillac coming up behind him by running so fast. And I passed it with gold.
But it was just one of those, never had nothing done. They just one of them that just was a good running.
No, all them
was like that.
Them old flathead 6s.
Yeah.
They said that it was the sorest thing it was, but boy, they'd run like a devil.
That's
that
right.
old 46 Ford truck head was a 6 flathead like it. It run pretty good to be an old pickup back then.
Well, my Brown 51, I don't know whether it's 6 months or 8 months or not. I run it to Paris Island, that 1,000 miles a week. And that little old thing, I knew what it would do. Because all night long, I'd run it 100 miles an hour just continuously.
Right.
And with a load of Marines in there with me.
Right.
And I would come home, and he was bragging on that little coupe I'd sold him, what he had done to that O's engine I'd run. I said, it's a little 6-cylinder Ford, I run that thing. You just give me enough space. And it would.
He couldn't believe it, kid.
No, none of them could.
finally figured it out. I hadn't done nothing but just running.
And back then, I guess it was okay.
Yeah.
And you were sober. You were just having fun.
I was drunk.
Well, you were drunk.
2/3. Yeah, I wouldn't ever run, boy, when them lights come on out of stop like you said.
That's what I'm wondering. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then so Granddad had to come down.
Yeah. Well, they kept me in jail 4 days before he got there. And wouldn't let me go back to the base, so I got AWOL. And they were looking for me at home and everywhere. And I was in the Biloxi City jail.
What would he have to say when he got there?
Oh, he didn't think too much of it, but he went down and talked to the judge, and they got me, paid the money and got me out. And I went on back to the base.
And the car was okay. Did they shoot any of the glass out, or?
Yeah,
No? Just shot bullet holes in it.
just holes in it. No, they,
The car was new. We
well,
had
it had
30, 40, 50,000 miles on
had
it.
80 some on it.
It's a 51
Yeah,
Ford, and this was in, what, 52?
yeah, but they had a,
It's the one I bought new.
it
When
had,
I tore up a 50 model, I turned it over
yeah,
and they ordered this. This was the first one he came in, did this black. And
Well, how'd you turn the 50 over? What were you doing with that? Did you turn it over?
going back to college, they always stopped us up there in, what's the name of that little?
Boone Mill.
Boone's Mill. The police would walk out in the street. You're going too fast and give you a ticket. And we'd gotten, one of the boys driving got a ticket the week before. So when I was coming, I was going back to school, and I said, I'm not going to slow down at all. And so I just turned it loose through town, and it was raining, and it's curvy. It turned that thing, rolled it completely over in the street.
Oh my gosh. It's a wonder they didn't put you under the jail. I mean, today they would. But you weren't drinking.
No, I was just going back to school.
David, you ain't never heard none of these stories.
Well, I get bits and pieces, but
You ever hear any of them about great-grandpa when they took him to the ocean? Tell him, Daddy.
And that little 50 Ford probably didn't have 10,000 miles on it then when I turned it over.
No, it didn't have no miles on it, but the 51, see, all three of us drove it. That thing had 80-some thousand.
I know.
And Daddy still got damn near much as the thing cost. He got about 1,800 for it.
Is that
And the
right?
thing didn't cost but 2,000. I mean, it's all we give for it when they
Yeah.
bought it.
Yeah.
that explains a whole lot now as to why Dad didn't get too awful upset when he rolled the car over or when I would do something.
Probably how lucky don't they?
Well, it's because he did it all himself, and what can you say, right? That's good.
You coming over?
Yeah, you tore up your Mactor too, then you with a bunch of them in it. Coming back from Camp Lejeune,
Paris Island?
Paris Island, yeah.
No, that was Buick.
Was it beer?
Yeah, 52 Buick.
I thought it was Mactor.
No, I had the Mercury for a while, but never damaged it. Just put a lot of miles on it fast, but the 52 Buick, I totaled it, turned it over,
Yeah, I know you tore that nut down there.
and then Dennis got me a 53, ordered me a 53 that light blue, and that's what I had when we got married.
See, so this explains it.
What?
Well, the amount of cars I wrecked, and he didn't say anything.
I don't know how, you didn't wreck many cars.
Dad'll tell you, and you wrecked a bunch of them, and he would just say, let's go fix it. And it's because He was all too familiar with it.
Oh, yeah.
And I used to wonder. He, you know, it didn't seem to upset my dad too much. And I just tore. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Well, who was the one driving down the mountains when the brakes give out?
I believe it was O'Neill or Derwood. I don't remember which one of them it was.
Not me.
On that Lincoln, we was coming back from West Virginia, and a little old Plymouth coupe was running in front of us, and we're blowing the horn and everything, trying to get him to go on. He couldn't stop a damn thing.
I don't remember that, but I remember I drove it back across West Virginia, all of us, and slid every curve. Mother was quite upset because I wouldn't float out.
Well, she had really upset then. We come all the way down from
The brakes got too hot.
yeah, they wouldn't.
Oh, y'all coming down off a mountain then?
Coming down from Lover's
Coming
Lake.
all the way across the
Down that thing. And a little old 48 Plymouth coupe was in front of us. Looked like a brand new one. And he was riding that thing with a scooting, sliding in them curves, and then we were about to run over him all the time because he couldn't stop ours. We was in that 49 Lincoln.
Yeah, once those brakes crystallized,
And Mother was back there, woo, goddamn, I was in the back seat with her. I didn't know what I could.
Yeah,
Now, who's this, Grandma or when you
Mother.
say Mother? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, she was hollering and a going. Yeah, we come all the way off the mountain. I thought we done got that old Plymouth a dozen times, but he finally get on and
Oh my goodness.
and you can't pass? You can't pass?
Well, it's all
No.
switchbacks coming off that
Yes,
thing.
sir. That's all it
yeah,
is.
you can't even see around the
It's
curve.
almost
And
one leg.
that's Route 8, isn't it? Coming down. Isn't that Route 8?
I guess.
I don't know.
Down through Woolwine?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that is a Route 8. That's
Yeah, that's Route 8, but
But isn't that the road
that
you-
wasn't the one.
No.
Now, Woolwine is
We were
going
coming
that way is where Grandma Branch lived,
Right.
going towards Woolwine.
We were coming across from West Virginia,
Yeah, we was coming across, just come
Those
across
mountains.
my level.
Oh, okay.
and that's back before we had a road system.
Right. Right.
That's true. Road system is post-war. That's post-World War II.
I remember that little Plymouth coupe, that thing was dancing all over that mountain up in front of us. I just knew we done got it 2 or 3 times.
Now, try to tell me again, you might be able to help out, where the cemetery is that you were talking about, where Grandma Branch and them are, because it's off of Route 8, isn't it?
It's Stewart.
It's off up near Woolwine. No,
No,
but it's the
go
same.
down through Stewart, right down through town. And it's on the right side of it, back in the back of town somewhere. And then you go on out through the country. It's a winery out there too, for about, I'd say 6, 7 miles.
Right.
And then going back up on the mountain. Now we like to never found it. I don't know where I could get back there or not.
I don't know where it
That
is.
in Patrick County?
Me and O'Neill went, it's Patrick.
Patrick, still in Patrick County? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know whether it was out toward Grandma Branches or the other way out
No,
still.
it's back behind Stewart.
Yeah, well,
Well, it's back in that way. I mean, towards the way you go to go back to Woolwine, but it's on another road over there and
well,
way
you know,
back.
I thought with them living there and always going to that church and being a part of it, it would be near Woolwine, Grandma Branches. But
It's just, it's way out there in nowhere. I mean,
Yeah.
it's in a cow pasture.
yeah,
The fence, and we had to crawl over a damn fence and get up on the walk all the way up to the top of the damn hill. It ain't that far, probably 100 or so yards. And there's all buried right across the top of a hill. It's probably 35, 40 graves up there.
I wonder if you could. I wonder if it's kept. Can you find it now? You wouldn't know.
O'Neill could, I suppose.
Right.
I don't know if I could or not.
and Julie's boyfriend lives up there. He would know.
The one
we describe it a little bit
when
to
I was
him.
with y'all.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's
I don't remember what you ever won.
Did you run across any of it in your research?
Yeah,
It's in a
they had a barbed wire fence there.
Yeah,
We
they
go-
cow field.
How are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Print their names on the tombstone last night on the mountain back in town. Black hair blonde, blue eyes and brown, settlers to these hills brought strong blood. Modest competence, quietly they worked, regardless position or name. No Facebook or smartphones, electric lights, simple perhaps. They paved our way. Confidence, courage, and will, they gave this land a sense of self. They believed in each other when the going got tough. Greatness, our heritage in these times helps. Silver, gold, saved not spent. Our kin were resourceful, not types to complain. In small mill towns, when the jobs closed down, they kept their dignity regardless the pain. Confidence, courage, and will, they gave this land a sense of self. They believed in each other when the going got tough. Greatness is our heritage, and in these times it helps. Well, today I wonder, we hold on to values, we help each other when on a thin line. If not, for their sake, look to the past, teach those lessons to yours and confidence, courage, and will, they gave this land a sense of self. They believed in each other when the going got tough. Greatness is our heritage, in these times helps. Greatness is our heritage.